What if I told you that a single teaspoon of something you see every day in your kitchen could quietly protect you from a stroke? No prescription, no hospital visit. Sounds like a fantasy, doesn't it? But give me one more minute, because this truth has been overlooked for far too long, and your body may already be paying the price. The only thing you need is to know how to use it. Because here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you. Aspirin is not your only option. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to use it correctly, safely, effectively, and also the dangers if you use it the wrong way. So, do you really know how your blood is flowing through your body each day? 1. Your body is crying for help and you don't know it. Have you ever felt so exhausted you didn't want to get out of bed even after a full night's sleep? Have you ever looked down at your hands and wondered why your fingers were ice cold, or why your feet were often tingling and numb? Have you ever sat in silence and felt your heart racing for no clear reason, and no doctor could explain it? Many people over 60 have told me they've lived with that uncertainty for decades. They've had checkups, they've done tests, but the conclusion is always, it's just aging. But I don't believe that's the whole answer. Your body isn't just getting older, it's trying to speak to you. The question is, are you listening? Your blood, the deep red liquid that never stops flowing through you, is your lifeline. It carries oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and immune signals to every corner of your body. But what happens if that blood doesn't flow smoothly, if it becomes thicker, stickier, slower? Could unexplained fatigue be your first warning sign? Could those sleepless nights and foggy mornings be signals that your brain isn't getting enough blood? Make a fist. That's about the size of your heart. It beats roughly 100,000 times a day, pushing blood through over 60,000 miles or 96,000 kilometers of blood vessels. Have you ever thought about what happens if those vessels start to narrow, stick together, and resist the very flow of life itself? I want you to imagine your heart as a small pump struggling to push blood through pipes that have become stiff, inflamed, and sticky. That pump has to work harder, run hotter, and grow weaker. And then all it takes is one small blockage, one blood clot appearing at the wrong time for everything to change in an instant. Have you ever seen someone have a stroke after waking up from what seemed like a perfectly normal morning? Or heard of someone healthy suddenly collapsing from a heart attack with no warning signs at all? These things aren't random, they are consequences. And the sad truth is that many people are never warned in time. So the real question is this: if we knew of a simple, natural way to help blood flow more freely, to reduce the risk of blood clots, and to gently support the heart every day, would you be willing to try it? Before I reveal that method, ask yourself, do you truly know what's happening inside your body right now? Are you certain your circulation is working the way it should, or have you simply not seen the consequences yet?
2. The truth about fresh garlic and allicin. Have you ever wondered why some ancient cultures treated garlic as a life-protecting medicine? Why, for thousands of years, people have used it to keep blood flowing smoothly, the heart beating steadily, and the mind clear. Could it be they knew something modern medicine has only recently begun to confirm? The truth is, when you crush a fresh clove with garlic, a chemical reaction happens almost instantly. It creates allicin, a natural sulfur compound that gives garlic its distinctive smell. But what few people realize is that allicin is more than just a scent. It's a medicinal molecule. And it works in your body in a way very similar to aspirin, but safer, smarter, and without damaging your body from the inside. Allicin inhibits platelet aggregation, the exact process aspirin targets. Platelets are tiny cell fragments in your blood that clump together to form clots when you're injured. But the problem begins when your body starts forming clots even without an injury. That's when they can block blood flow to the brain, causing a stroke, or cut off circulation to the heart, causing a heart attack. And allicin helps prevent this, not by destroying your clotting system, but by balancing it, making sure your blood flows at the right time in the right place. Did you know that in a study published in the Nutrition Journal, researchers found that garlic can inhibit platelet aggregation at the cellular level without affecting enzymes the way aspirin does? This means you get the benefits of aspirin without the risks of stomach ulcers or internal bleeding. And that's not all. Garlic also helps dilate blood vessels. A meta-analysis on patients with high blood pressure showed that garlic, especially aged garlic extract, can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 8.4 millimeters of mercury. That's comparable to a mild dose of blood pressure medication. The difference? Garlic doesn't make you feel fatigued, it doesn't damage your kidneys, and it doesn't deplete potassium like certain drugs can. Instead, it improves your gut microbiome, which is closely linked to heart health, memory, and immunity. And if you're still skeptical, consider this. In a 2022 study published in Nature, scientists found that allicin can reduce the production of TMAO, a compound made by gut bacteria that is directly linked to atherosclerosis. In other words, garlic doesn't just help your blood flow more freely, it also helps keep your arteries cleaner. So the question is, if all of this is true, and it's been proven in research, why don't we hear about it in prescriptions? Why has your doctor never told you to crush a clove of garlic each morning? I can't answer on behalf of the medical industry, but I can give you a choice. Garlic is not a miracle, but it is a tool. Simple, inexpensive, and capable of changing the way your blood moves through your body. And the best part is, it's sitting right there in your kitchen. The question is, do you know how to use it the right way to truly get those benefits?
3. The 3-step garlic method and variations. Now you know, fresh garlic can help your blood flow more smoothly, naturally thin it, protect your heart, and keep your arteries clear. But are you sure you've been using garlic the right way? Here's a fact many people don't know. If you eat a whole clove without crushing it, the powerful compound you need, allicin, will never be activated. That's why I want to share with you the 3-step garlic method. Simple, precise, and incredibly easy to apply. No fancy equipment needed, just an understanding of why each step matters. Step 1. Crush the garlic. Take a fresh garlic clove, ideally one still wrapped in its thin outer skin without any green sprouts. Using the flat side of a knife or another firm object, press down gently until the clove cracks open. Don't chop it, don't mince it, don't juice it, just a light crush to break the inner cell walls. This is the action that allows 2 separate enzymes, allin and allinase, to meet and form allicin. No crush equals no allicin. So are you doing this step every time you use garlic? Step 2. Let it rest for 10 minutes. After crushing, place the clove on a clean plate and leave it undisturbed for exactly 10 minutes. This is the time the enzymes need to complete the conversion, a biological reaction you can't rush. If you swallow garlic immediately after crushing, your body won't have time to get anything from it. It's just a raw piece of food passing through your digestive tract. But if you wait, allicin will be fully formed, ready to go to work once you consume it. Would you be willing to wait 10 minutes a day if it could help you avoid a stroke? Step 3. Swallow raw or mix with honey. After 10 minutes, you can swallow the whole clove, chew it lightly if you can handle the flavor, or mix it with a teaspoon of raw honey for easier consumption. Honey not only softens the taste, but also has mild anti-inflammatory properties, supports digestion, and can boost nutrient absorption. If you prefer, you can add a few drops of lemon juice or mix it with a little warm water. But do not cook, fry, or roast the garlic. High heat destroys allicin almost instantly. Are you unknowingly losing all the benefits of garlic just because of cooking habits? Upgrade option. If you want to enhance the effect, you can add a pinch of turmeric.
Curcumin in turmeric is a powerful natural anti-inflammatory, helping relax blood vessels and supporting liver function, the organ that filters your blood. Or add a touch of cayenne pepper, which contains capsaicin to help dilate blood vessels and boost circulation. But I emphasize this is extremely important. If you are taking any type of blood thinner, such as warfarin, Plavix, Eliquis, or daily aspirin, you must consult your doctor before adding garlic to your diet. Garlic can enhance the effects of these medications and increase your risk of bleeding. There have been documented cases where patients, unaware of garlic's interaction with their medication, experienced platelet drops or post-surgical bleeding, never realizing the cause came from their own kitchen. Your body doesn't need extra risks. It needs you to understand and act wisely. So tomorrow, when you walk into your kitchen and see that bulb of garlic sitting there, will you pass it by as you always do, or will you remember a way to use it that could transform your circulation from the inside out?
4. A real story and the signs of poor circulation. I once met a 51-year-old man who came to see me after a minor stroke, what doctors call a TIA. The ER doctor told him it was a rare incident, sent him home without a prescription, without any further instructions, and without a single mention of blood circulation, diet, or lifestyle. That was when I realized sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't the illness, it's the silence of the system. Have you ever felt abandoned by healthcare? Like your body is sending out distress signals, but no one is listening? That the symptoms you live with every day, fatigue, insomnia, memory decline, pale skin, cold hands and feet, are simply brushed off as just aging, and the conversation ends there. The truth is, poor circulation can quietly destroy your body over time without you even realizing it. Do something simple right now. Place your hand over your chest. Can you feel your heartbeat? Is it steady, strong, or do you have to wait a few seconds to notice a faint thump? Now look down at your hands. Are your fingers cold? Is your skin pale? Look at your feet. Do they swell in the evenings? Have you ever felt tingling in your legs after sitting for too long, or a dull ache in your calves when walking a short distance? These small, seemingly trivial details are powerful indicators that your blood is not flowing the way it should. And what about your memory? Do you often forget the names of people you know, lose track of what you were about to do, or wake up in the morning with a foggy head? This isn't always a sign of aging. Sometimes it's simply your brain running on low blood supply, low oxygen, forcing it to operate in survival mode. And you know what? The fact that you often feel cold, even when the room temperature stays the same, isn't about the weather or just how your body is. It could be because blood isn't reaching your hands and feet fast enough. Are you paying attention to those small signs every day? Back to the 51-year-old man. He didn't need another pill. What he needed was a new perspective on his body. And something as simple as garlic, something he had ignored for 30 years, could become the starting point of his recovery journey. Circulation isn't just about preventing disease, it shapes every moment you live. When blood flows well, your body feels lighter, your mind clearer, you're breathing deeper, your sleep comes faster. Can you remember the last time you woke up without feeling tired? I'm not promising that one clove of garlic will erase all illness, but I do know this. If you don't change, if you keep ignoring the warnings your body gives you every day, there will come a point when your body can't wait any longer. So tomorrow morning, what will you choose to do differently? Remember that tiny teaspoon I mentioned at the start of this video? Now you know it's not magic, it's not some new miracle, it's garlic. Fresh garlic, crushed, left for 10 minutes, then swallowed raw. Such a small action, it's easy to overlook, yet powerful enough to change the way your blood moves through your body. You now know why it works. Allicin, blood vessels, platelets, and the biological reactions your body has been waiting for. You've seen real people, real results, and you've looked at yourself, through your heartbeat, your skin, and those harmless signs. Now, you're no longer in the dark. You understand that your body never collapses suddenly. It always whispers before it screams. My greatest hope is that you won't wait for that scream. You don't have to do something grand, just one small thing, done consistently. Try using garlic exactly as I've shown, every morning for 2 weeks. Track your blood pressure. Watch your sleep. Notice your hands. Are they still cold? Your legs, are they still heavy? And if you're on blood thinners, please don't act in haste. Bring this information to your doctor and ask, I want to support my body naturally. Is there a safe way to do this? That too is a wise choice, because in the end, no pill can heal you on its own. Only your body, when given the right support at the right time, can do that. If this video has made you think differently about garlic, about your blood, about your body, share it. You might save someone you never even thought about. And leave a comment below. Tell me how you tried this method, how it felt. Because sometimes one real story can move more hearts than 1,000 pieces of advice. Always be smart, always be proactive, and remember, your heart is working for you every minute. Don't wait until it has to shout before you start caring.